Hi everyone!
Hello! Today we'll play Gutenberg by Grana Games.
A game that is simpler and faster than the games that we usually choose to play when it's just the two of us.
Yes, and we enjoy a lot.
True. It has a quite unique turn order mechanism that we'll see as we play. But very fast before we get into the playthrough, if you are in Europe and you are looking for a great playmat, we have a discount waiting for you on the first comment.
Okay, yes.
With that being said, let's play.
Let's play.
Okay, so in Gutenberg, we are owners of printing houses somewhere in the middle of the 15th century. There is a lot of historical information within the rulebook, so I'm guessing they have tried to stay true to the history as much as possible. We each also play one of the important characters in the history of printing. They have their names and their own personal stories within the rulebook. More on that later, as far as the technical aspect of things goes. But in any case, a game of Gutenberg is played over the course of 6 rounds that are counted over here with the round tracker. We start at round 1 and move over here on to round 6. At the end of round 6, we count the number of points that we have acquired throughout the game, plus some endgame scoring, and whoever has the most points wins. We already mentioned the unique turn order situation for Gutenberg, and it happens as follows. At the beginning of each round, we have some cubes here that we use to bid on priority for each of the 5 main actions of the game. The more cubes a player has placed, the higher their priority is for this specific action. So, for example, I may play first when we take orders, but Spyros may go first when we buy inks. The 5 actions are depicted here so that we can bid on them, but they also have the same order on the main board. So this is the icon for taking orders, which is this space up here. These are cards that have been randomly placed during the setup and will be replaced at the beginning of each round. Then we take inks from this row here. We take specialties, this row. Then we improve our printing houses by gaining some gears that are also a very nice mechanism throughout the game, and place them, as I have already placed a couple here on my own personal board. I will explain why. And finally, there is patronage, which either gives you certain benefits if you choose to get them, or in later rounds you can fulfill some requirements to gain cards that will give points at the end of the game. Overall, during each round, there is a first player, which is me for the first round, simply because the first player has less cubes. I have 7 cubes and Spyros has 8, but whoever is the first player for the round breaks ties in their favor. So that's the only function of the first player. And also, the game has enough supplies, resources on the board for everyone to take the action. You will choose last, but there is no way that there won't be enough resources for you to take. So it's only a matter of turn order and not whether one person will fulfill the action and the other will not. This is the 2-player side of the board, and the other side has more spaces for more orders and inks and everything on it, so that in 3- and 4-player games you can have enough for everyone to get and perform the actions. Now, we'll go through the details as we play, as usual, but it's worth mentioning that during the setup, we have both drafted one of the characters. These are all the characters that are included in the game. Each player takes 2 at random and chooses one to keep. I have chosen one that lets me start the game with 2 gears already placed on my player board. That's why I have 2 gears and Spyros does not. So that's done, and I flip it face down for the rest of the game because it doesn't do anything during the game. And Spyros has chosen a character that also has to do with gears. We'll say more details later, but you can use each gear once in your turn, and Spyros can have some variety in that. He can use the same gear twice instead of once, and have some more flexibility in how he uses the special abilities that the gears offer. We have also drafted some orders to start the game with, and as we fulfill those, we will gain more throughout the game. Quick mention, just for the sake of fitting everything within the screen, there is room for 4 orders in each player board, so here on the side we would be able to place 2 more. If we get, there are none here now, so it's not like you can see them, there aren't any here, but if we get more, we will simply place them on top so that everything fits within the screen. Normally, you place 2 orders on the left and 2 orders on the right, and you can never have more than 4 because that's the spaces on your player board for orders. Each order is created by 2 cards. While we get those cards separately, so we can create pairs any way we want. You will see how this works later on. As soon as an order is paired, it will stay like that until it gets fulfilled. We can no longer choose cards and create different pairs. To fulfill an order, you basically have to fulfill the printing side of the order, which is the top one, and requires certain types of types. And the bottom part of the order is the refinement, and it requires some special inks and specialties to be fulfilled, but it can be ignored or partially fulfilled. It's just that the more you do, the more you gain, but in order to fulfill the order, the only mandatory part is the top one. The specialties of each printing house are counted with these cubes here. You can see the level of each of the 4 specialties, and as we gain the specialties, these cubes will be going up and we will be able to fulfill our orders better. And the higher up you go, you also gain some bonuses down here. More details on that as we play. With that being said, I think we are ready to start, but we forgot to choose the 3 starting types during setup. That's normally a resource that you buy throughout the game to have more types to fulfill more orders, but each player gets 3 of them at the beginning of the game for free. So, do you want to choose?
I want an A, an I, and a U.
A, I, U. There are 4 different types of types. That's weird to say, but I don't see any other way to...
Letters.
Yeah, it's types in the rulebook.
Okay.
Because it's the way you type the letters. Anyway, there are 4 types of types, and there are different combinations on them on the various orders. So to fulfill an order, you have to have the correct types of types. So you choose to start with an A, I, and U, you said.
Yes.
Okay. I will start with an A, I, and O. So we don't need to delay any further. I think we can start playing and explain the rest as we go.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, for the bidding phase, we have these screens here for each of the players. This is the backside, and in the front they have information. They work as a player aid for each player throughout the game. Normally we'd play against each other and we would have enough privacy here, but for the sake of you seeing what we do and not seeing what each one of us does, we will place them on the side like so. We can't see each other's board here, but you can hopefully see both of us while we think and bid for each of the actions. Now, to perform an action, you have to place at least 1 cube on it. If there is 1 cube on the action, it means that you will get to perform the action, but the more cubes you have, the higher up on the priority you go. So, based on that, I am ready.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, as soon as everyone is ready, you just reveal the results, put the screens aside, and now we keep playing like so. As you can see, Spyros started with more cubes to bid on actions, but because I'm the first player, I break ties in my favor. So for the first action, which is to choose orders, while we both have 1 cube, I go first because I'm the first player for the round. And based on that, I can choose either one of those cards, those 2, and combine it with either one of those 2. But as I said earlier, as soon as they get combined, they will have to stay like that for as long as they need to be together. And I will take this one with that one. I'll place it up here, as I said earlier, just for the sake of you knowing what each one of us has.
Okay, and I will take the other 2.
Okay. For the second action, Spyros plays 3 cubes, so he definitely has priority and he chooses first. For inks, you choose one of the 2 sides. Well, they may be more and more players, but in any case, you choose one of the spaces and then gain as many inks as you'd like, starting from left to right. The first one is free. If you want to also gain the second, you have to pay 1 coin, guilder, as they are called in this game. And if you want to also get the third one, you will have to pay 2 additional guilders. So it's either 0, 1 or 3 guilders. You cannot choose to take the first and the third ink. You always have to go from left to right in a single position. So
okay, I will spend 1 guilder, 1 coin. and take these two. Oops.
Okay. Now I could technically go for this one and pay the 2 guilders and just take the 1 ink that is left over, or go there and buy inks as I described earlier. I don't need any gray or red inks, but since it is cheaper and inks get consumed in order to fulfill orders, I will also pay 1 guilder and get those 2. Let's put them here. Thank you. The second action, the rest of the inks stay there and they will be replaced and replenished at the end of the round. Third action, we both have placed 1 cube, so I go first, and I think I would like this one. What this does is that you simply take it, increase the corresponding specialties by 1. So I increase my binding specialty by 1 and my illuminating specialty by 1, and then the card goes in the discard pile.
Okay, and I will take the last one,
which is typesetting times 2.
Okay, here. And as I went to the second row, I get 1 advanced here, and I get 1 free ink from the bag.
Yeah, which is of your choice. You just simply look within the bag and choose whichever ink you want.
I will take 1 blue.
Okay, the inks are limited. There are 12 of each color and there are 4 colors of inks. So if there aren't any within the bag, you simply can't take the color that you want. And as far as the specialties go, you can always forfeit both of these in order to get 1 advance of your choice in whichever specialty you want.
Okay.
We didn't do that now. So moving on to the gears, we both have placed 2 cubes, so I get to choose first. And I will choose this one. As soon as you get a gear, you place it in one of the 3 spaces. Normally, and that's easier to see over there, they are numbered 1, 2, 3. So the first gear always goes on space 1. My character was a special one, so I already had 2 gears, so I placed the gear in my 3rd location here. As you can see, each gear is split in 3 here with the lines, and each of the 3 spaces has a special ability. To activate this ability during the round, it has to be on the highlighted part of your player board. So as soon as I choose how this one is going to be placed on my board, it means that this is going to be the action that I will be able to perform for this specific round. So now I have access to this space of this gear, this space of this gear, and this space of this gear, and at the end of the round, all of these will be rotated by 1, and as you can see, different abilities will be activated for the next round. We'll see how that works at the end, but it is a pretty cool mechanism over here.
Yes, very interesting.
These can be completed, activated at any point during the round or your turn, and it's because, as I mentioned, it's 1 time each. We have these little tokens here to mark that we have taken the corresponding ability once we do that. For Spyros it is special because, as we said earlier, he can activate twice the same ability, but he can never activate more than 3 within the same round.
Okay, I will take that one.
You choose to take
that one. I'm not sure how this works.
Okay, let's see. This one allows you to pay 2 guilder to improve one of the specialties of your choice. This one allows you to pay 1 guilder to get an ink of your choice. And this one, I will have to check, but I think it's pay 2, 4 or 6 guilders to gain 1, 3 or 6 points.
It's kind of useless.
What? You didn't like it?
I don't have money. Maybe in the next rounds it will be better.
Yes.
I want to fulfill the orders. I will go with the cheapest option now and put it like that.
Okay. We have finally reached the patronage action, and I have bid 2 cubes and you 1, so I go first.
Yes.
Okay, I think that I will choose to go up on one of the specialties. Now, these 4 options here are used once per round, so now that I have used this one, I put my cube on it so that we all know that no other player can take the same one, which is easy to do in 2-player games, but even in 4-player games you have to mark which one you took. And with that, I will increase my wood cutting specialty. I have to check them because I don't remember the words. That's why I'm being a bit slow with that. And I'll also take this opportunity to activate my gears.
Okay.
Okay, so this one allows me to improve my binding by 1. So it's 1 more, and I also leveled up at 2. So that happens only the first time you level one of the specialties to the corresponding level, and that's the 2 here. So I move my marker and I get 1 ink of my choice, which is going to be a blue one. There we go. And then with this one, I can also take a yellow ink. There we go. And with this one, I can replace any ink with another color. So I will give back a gray, which I don't need here, to gain another blue. Finally, I can buy more types for my orders. The way this happens, it's in here, in the player aid. Depending on how many types you already have in your supply, you determine the price of your next type to buy. So if you are buying your 3rd type, you pay 3 guilders, for the 4th, 4, for the 5th, 5. It's easy to remember. So I already have 3, I'm buying my 4th type, so I have to pay 4 guilders for that. And I will choose to get, I will be going for this order, so I will gain an O. And now I will also buy my 5th type with 5 guilders and buy a U. Is that a U? Yes. And that's done. We will fulfill the orders as soon as the round ends, both of us.
Yes. Okay. I think I will go here and get 3 guilders.
That's right.
And I will use that ability twice and pay 2 guilders and buy 2 inks. I will buy a blue and a red, please.
A blue and a red. There you are.
Thank you. Okay, and then I will buy types like Myrto, 2 of them, the 4th for 4 and the 5th for 5. And I will buy, I have an A, I, U, I want an I and an O.
An I and an O.
Okay. This here.
Yeah, for later. Now we fulfill the orders.
Yes.
It doesn't matter which one goes first. We normally do it with the first player just for the sake of smoothness. And I have all the types here. The types need to correspond to the letters that are in the order, but they don't get consumed. You just use them and then you can use them on the next round as well. So I have all the required types. The inks get consumed, so I do have a blue ink which I return to the supply to fulfill this part of the refinement part of the order. And then this is a requirement that you simply have to fulfill with your specialties on your player board. So I need my binding. My binding to be at level 1 or higher, which it is at level 2 currently. So I have fulfilled this part as well.
Okay.
So based on that, first, for fulfilling the top part, I gain 7 guilders. Okay, thank you. And for the bottom part, if I had only done the inks, I would gain 2 points, which I do because I fulfilled it. If I fulfill this part, I also gain 1 additional point, so 3 points total. And if you fulfill both of those requirements, you also gain the benefit here at the bottom. So that's for me 5 points total because I did both options.
Very good.
Now, the types I keep, they're in my supply for the next rounds. And the order gets discarded since it was fulfilled, and I had a very happy customer.
Okay, I have the types here for that order. I will give the gray and the yellow.
Okay.
I don't have the specialties, so I get 7 guilders and 4 points.
He didn't fulfill the right part here with the specialties, and since he didn't have both of them, he doesn't get the benefit at the bottom. The order was fulfilled though, because the top part was fulfilled anyway, and it gets discarded as normal. That's right, we can move those down here, indeed. So that's the end of the round, and there are some steps to take to prepare for the next round. First, we have to refill the main board. So, if there were any leftover orders here, we would discard them and replenish with new ones. Okay. So we simply take cards and place them on the corresponding spaces. The remaining inks on the board get discarded, and we replenish the supply with random ones from the bag. Simply draw 1, 2, 3, and 1. I keep getting grays. Oops.
And I have none.
I got 2 earlier. Ah, none in your orders?
Yes.
Yeah, me neither. Replenish the supply for specialties. 2 gears available for... Okay. We remove those markers from here and move the round tracker to round 2. It's also worth noting that these cannot be fulfilled until the marker is at least on the corresponding round and above. So we couldn't fulfill those during the first round, even if we had the requirements. And now, we give the first player marker to the next player in clockwise order. It's just 2 of us, but I'm saying that in case you play with more players. And then, each player on the table passes 1 cube to the player who just gave the first player marker, because they're gonna be the last player for the next round. So the last player, I didn't mention that at the beginning, with 2 players we have 7 and 8 cubes. A third player would have 9 cubes and the fourth player would have 10 cubes. So each one of those players gives 1 cube to the player who just went from first to last player, from one round to the next. So this situation balances it out. So Spyros will now have 7 cubes and I will have 8. And if there were more players, the cubes would turn around and we would have the same situation once more. Then we remove the markers that show that we used our gears and rotate the first gear once, which rotates the other gears as well automatically. So we move 1 space like that, and now these are the 3 abilities that I have available. Spyros only has 1 still,
at the moment,
but
yes.
Yeah, he'll get more gears soon.
Hopefully.
I'm guessing. And with that, I think we're done and ready to start the next round.
Yes.
Start the next round. We hide our initiative markers here and bid for the actions as we did the previous time. I'm ready.
I'm ready to.
Okay, reveal them. Oops. That was down here. Sorry.
Okay.
So, first action, we tie, but now Spyros is the first player, so he goes first.
Okay. I think I will get the expensive one and the cheap one from there.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I get the remaining 2. Same for the second action.
I will spend 1 guilder and take these 2.
We have 5, so the next type will be, we'll need 6, right? Okay, so I will also spend 1 and take these 2. Thank you. Third action, again, you go first.
Okay, I will get that one. I go here in the 3 and the wood cutting on 1.
Okay, I get this, so it's this one and this one. Now it's the second time that I reach a level 2, but I don't get the reward again. This has moved, so it will move again once the first of the specialties reaches level 4. For the gears, you go first as well. Why did I bid on the gears? I don't know.
You didn't? Ah, because you have already 3. Okay.
I will explain though. I had a thought, yes.
Okay, I will get that one.
Okay. Now, as I did now, since I already have 3 gears and I bid to get another one, instead of adding another one to my supply, I can remove one and take this one, or take one of those and rotate it to a new position. instead. There are a couple more choices instead of simply getting a gear and placing it on your board. Based on that, I think I will invest a little bit in the future. I'll take this and rotate it back to this position here. And that, well, I'll do this later.
Okay.
Moving on, okay, to the final one.
Okay.
I go first.
Ah, okay. I thought with two I was safe.
Nope. I'll go here again. I don't think it's the first time that I go for those and you don't have the time to do so. Okay, so with that, I will increase my illuminating specialty and then I'll do my gears as well. This one is for binding, which levels up to level 4, so I move the marker and I get an ink of my choice. And I think, oh, I did the wrong one. Do you mind if I move another of the...
No, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep this as it was, which means I cannot improve this with this, but instead of improving this with that, I'll improve the binding, so that moves anyway.
Okay.
Okay. And then instead, I will do this here so that I can move my inks around. So with that, I get a blue ink. And with this is not done yet, I give a gray and take, what do I need? Another blue. Not gray, blue. Thank you, sorry. So I've done my gears for now as well.
Okay, I think I will risk it and get orders.
Okay. Now, every time this icon comes up, it means that you can get a new order. In order to do that, you reveal cards from the two decks. Let's do it there.
Yes.
Okay. 2 cards from each deck to create the supply here. Now, technically Spyros can create any pair he wants based on that, but if he wants, he can pay 2 more guilders to reveal 2 more cards of his choice. He can either reveal 2 of those, or 1 of each, and you first reveal the first and then decide which type will be the second. So you have some flexibility there if you pay.
I don't have the money to do something like that. I wanted an order with 2 types, just in case I could fulfill 2.
Oh, okay.
But I will invest in that one because I have already that. And that way because I have already 2i.
Okay. We discard those 2. And now Spyros has 4 orders, which means that he can't take any more before he fulfills 1 or more of those. I think I gave the wrong information earlier. You pay 2 guilders to reveal 2 more cards, which can be of any type and any combination, but you don't get to see the first before you choose the second. You just say that I will reveal 2 refinements or 2 printings. Okay?
Okay.
Just for the sake of rules clarification. So, where were we? Do you want to activate your gears?
Yes, you can do it. It's
I
me
did mine,
first. Okay,
yeah.
yes. Okay.
It's not first or second,
Two.
just...
I will do that twice.
Okay. Oh, yes, okay.
And I will go here.
Nice. And then you could activate the other one as well, because you have a total of 3 activations per turn.
Yes, but...
You don't have the money?
Yes, because I want to buy a 6th letter.
Okay.
With 6 guilders. And I want a U, please. I want you.
Oh. Okay, those are here. And I will pay 6 to get an A. Okay?
Okay.
And now it's time to fulfill the orders.
Okay. I will use an I, O, and 2 U here. Nice. And the rent ink.
Okay.
And get 5 guilders and 5 points because I have that one.
Okay.
Discard and discard.
Okay, that's it?
Yes.
I have an A and an O here, a blue and a yellow ink, and I do not have the specialty requirement. It's a level 3 and it's still on level 2. So I get 2 guilders and 4 points from this one. And then I have the types for this one as well. 2 blue and 1 yellow ink.
Ooh.
And then I also have the requirements for this and this specialty. So it's 9 points and 2 inks.
Mm-hmm. And the 5 guilders.
That's true, I forgot, thank you. 2 inks. I think I'll start with the 2... No, this... No, I'll get a red and a yellow. Well, I had a strong start in Thebai as well, but we all saw what happened in the end, so don't complain just yet.
No, I'm not. Just a good move.
Thank you. So these are placed down here, the types stay up here. Are you good?
Yes.
Okay, end of round. Replenish the board. The things back. Yeah, you can keep moving now that we explained how all of that is done.
Yes.
And I keep bringing out gray.
Yes.
And some more gray.
Dig deeper.
Okay, did you move the marker? Yes, and okay. So now I give you one of those. I destroyed this. Okay, thank you. Ah! I keep forgetting to do things. I fulfilled an order with a binding requirement here.
Okay.
So I get 2 more points with that. And I completed 2 orders with yellow ink requirements, so I get 4 points for those.
Okay.
It was an even better move after all. Because that's what these gears do. If you complete an order with whatever is in the icon, you get extra points for fulfilling the specific order. So I forgot to do that. And yeah, did you remove those? The the tokens? Okay, and rotate the gears. So, and now we're ready.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next round. What do we have here? That is not mine.
No. You had 6.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Oh.
Yes. I was a bit stressed because I risked a little bit, but okay. You get an order first, though. I didn't think you'd bid for the orders because you had already 3.
I think I will bid because...
You don't have the correct ones.
And I have a lot of guilders to buy letters. So I will take a cheap one and the left one. No, I will get the right one.
Okay. So I'll take this one. Place it down here. And inks, I go first.
Yes.
I have no money, so I will only take the free blue ink.
I will spend the 3 guilders.
Okay.
Get those 3.
Okay, okay. And then I take the specialty first. So I'll take this one, increase this by 2.
Okay. I wanted that one, so that's okay for me.
Yeah, and I think, okay, no, yeah.
This one here and this one here. So I go to
Level 4?
level 4. Get 1 yellow ink, please.
Yes. Okay, gears. Again, I go first. I just wanted... Oh, that decreases my risk. Nice. I was planning to get an order from down here, but instead... I go first down here, right? Yes, I do. So, I'll turn this here again. and increase this one by 1, which brings it up to level 5. So this moves, and I get to take an order from this icon down here. So we reveal 2 of those and 2 of those. Okay, none of those are great for right now, I don't think. But so I'll take the big one for the next round, I think. And this one here. So let's go back. That was from my gear, though. I used this one.
Okay.
And since I'm at it, I will increase my minimum specialty by 1 from this one. And then I'll give a yellow ink to take a yellow and a red. That's used. And finally, I'll pay the 7 guilders, because I have 6 types, to get another eye, so that I can do this here. Okay, I'm getting ready, but you're getting a gear, basically.
Yes, I will get that one.
Okay. Want to activate now or later?
Later.
Okay.
I want to see
what will happen down here.
Yes.
I'll go here again, because I need another level of the illuminating, did we say? Yes.
Okay. I will go here.
Okay. Since we are on the 3rd round, this has been unlocked, and he has fulfilled both requirements for the specialties.
3 and 4.
It's simply fulfill the requirements. It's the same as in orders. If there are ink symbols, you have to give the inks. Any other symbol is just to have it. So since he has both of those, he takes the card because he has fulfilled the requirements, and this card will be worth 8 points at the end of the game. So that's
nice.
Great. Fulfilling the orders, are you good with your... Will you do the
I will
gears
do the
last
gears,
moment?
yes.
Ah, now, okay.
I will do this 2 times, giving 2 blue.
Okay. That's a lot of ink there.
Yes, and I will get 2 yellow.
Okay, let me see. I think I'll take those out. All of them. Sorry. That's easier, because it's a lot of...
2 yellow.
Okay.
And 1 blue and 1 red.
Okay, so these are the ones you gave back. Nice. So you only have 1 more to activate, which you don't care because the one was blank.
Ah, yes, here. I think, yes, I won't do it. I need the guilders because I won't fulfill.
For the next round.
Yes. I don't have money and I won't have money.
Okay. So fulfilling the orders?
Yes.
I'll do first... Oh, we have an ink that dropped here as well. I have the types. 2 red and a yellow ink. Here. And I do have the requirements as well. This is on 2 and this is on 4. So that's 3 guilders and 13 points.
13 points?
Yeah, it's 6 plus 4 plus 3.
Oh my god.
And then I have these, a blue and a gray. And I do have this requirement, so that's 3 guilders and 9 points. So that 37, 46. That's a lot of points. Ah, sorry. Yes.
Yes. I can't catch up now.
It's likely, but
it's 40 points in front of that.
I have no inks right now, not enough money to buy another type. And
me too.
You have 8 points banked, so
we'll see. Yes, I can fulfill only that order.
The little one?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Or yeah, the other is just points. I need the guilders, just 1 more guilder.
Yeah.
And 1 yellow ink.
Okay.
To get 3 guilders.
Okay.
And 6 points.
6 points. Okay. The round is done. Replenishing. Okay, round 4. I give you the first player marker and I take a cube.
The gears.
The gears. Take them. And we're ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Do this. Ready?
Here.
Yeah. Okay. Order you take first.
Okay. I will take that one.
Okay.
And the left one.
This one. Okay, so I'll take the remaining 2 and destroy. Oh, I have room here. Everything in the process. Okay. Inks. I choose first.
Yes.
I will spend 3 guilders, since I don't have enough money for a type anyway, and get these 3.
Okay. I won't spend. I will just get 1 blue.
Okay. And now you choose first.
Yes.
Choose carefully.
That one.
Oh, I told you to choose carefully. You shouldn't have chosen that one.
Wait, because I went to the 5 and I need to get orders.
Ah, okay. You do that then. 2 of each. There's not enough. Okay. It's the gear here. And I have to rethink my strategy here.
No, I can't get orders.
Oh, you can't get orders. I don't think you can replenish orders. It is, let's see. A player with 4 orders may take another order, but they must first discard one of the 4 they have to create. They have to create a free slot.
Okay.
So you could replace one if that interests you.
Yes, that one.
Okay, great.
I will take that one.
We've never had this happen before.
Yeah, first time.
Okay, I need to see here because I had a plan and now I don't have this plan anymore. And okay, I think I'm okay with that. I'll do this twice up here, level 4. Then we have gears. You go first.
Yes, I will get that one.
Okay.
And replace that one.
Okay. I will. And you go first on this one as well.
Yes.
Do you have the 2 U's?
Yeah.
Yes. And 2 inks technically. Okay. In that case, what was I thinking? The gear. Okay, I'll turn this on this side again. Even that, I don't think I've ever done this so many times.
Yes.
It helps though. Anyway, done with the gear, so it's you down here.
Okay, I will take that one.
Okay.
Paying the 2 inks.
Yes.
I have the 2 U's.
So another 8 points for the end of the game. Okay. I'll take an order, just in case something good comes up. Okay, like both of those. Which one should I take? I'll choose this one together with, as I do this just for the sake of making sense of all of that, I'll activate this and give 1 yellow ink to get. Okay, so I can do that, and that's more points than this, right? Yes. So, okay, I'll give the yellow based on that and get back one yellow and one blue. And I'll choose this one.
Okay.
Okay, and I have the I and O. I don't have money to buy a new type. Ah, so I didn't think this through. So never mind that, because I wouldn't be able to know what will happen. Yeah, okay, I keep this, but I can't do anything else. I don't want to do that, to replace the types, and this will happen later, so.
Okay, I will do that one once. It's like giving back one type and get 3 points or 5 guilders.
Okay.
And I will give an I for an A. No, for an O.
You give an I for 5 guilders.
Yes, I give
And
an I
then
for.
you pay.
And then
You pay 6.
6
For?
for an O.
Oh. Oh. Because I keep stealing types here. Okay. Anything else?
No. Yes. I will do this 2 times and get 2 blue inks.
Blue inks. Lots of inks.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Done.
So fulfill the orders.
I will do that one. And 2 blue and 1 red.
2 blue and 1 red, yes. Do you have the requirements as well? Yes, both
this
of
is on
them.
5 and this is on 1.
Nice.
And I get 5 guilders.
10 points.
10 points. And one up here.
One upgrade on the specialty, one
Yes.
of your choice.
I will go here.
Okay, discard the order. And I will only fulfill this one. I have the types, I have a blue and a yellow ink. I have this on 5 and this on 1. So it's 7 guilders. Thank you. And that's 8, 11 plus 2, 13 points.
Okay.
So that's 49, 59. Okay? Discard those. Okay. Counting the 16 points you have banked there, you're not too far behind.
I am.
If I had done the 2 orders now, it would have been better, but okay,
I'm
okay.
18 point back.
Is that this much?
Yes. Even with this 16.
Oh, that's true. Okay, never mind. So, replenish the board. Let's bring out some gray inks. Ah, I missed them.
You want gray?
No, but I keep taking out gray, so I thought. Okay, round 5. Yeah, the first play marker. So I give you this as
And the
a
gears.
gift and the gears. That's there. Okay?
Yes.
Ready? Let's see. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Every time. Okay. So you pick an order first.
Okay. I will take that one and the right one. Thank you.
Okay, goes to down here. And then inks.
You?
It's me, yeah, okay. I have 3, 6, 7, so I need 8. So I'll pay 1 guilder.
Okay.
and get these two.
Okay, I will pay 3 guilders. For those 3.
Okay. And then you pick first for a specialty.
Yes, that one.
Okay. And I'll take that one, of course. But I think that I have to... Okay, so... Because I can't think like that, I'll give 8 guilders to get a U. And then... Yeah, okay, I need this, so there is no... Yeah, I'll forfeit those 2 and get this one.
Okay, to get a letter.
To get a letter.
A type.
A type, yeah.
Okay.
And that's gonna be another U. Oh, so I don't need that one. Now I'm confused. No, I don't really need that one. Never mind that. I won't do that just yet. Okay, so I decreased that one. I'll take 1 here and 1 here. Okay. And that's it for now. But then I get a gear, you don't. And instead of getting a gear, I'll do this. So with that, I'll go up here and increase this one and get a U.
Okay.
Okay. So that's done. And I can get a yellow ink since I'm doing the gears now. Yellow. And I could replace one ink for another with that. I'll think about it. So the gears are done and it's the final action.
Yes.
I go first.
Yes.
And I have for this one this above 3 and this above 4, so I take this card.
Okay. Okay, before I decide, I think I will use that option once.
Okay.
And pay 2 guilders to upgrade here.
Okay, so you get a free type as well.
Yes, here. And I think I need a 3rd U.
A U. Okay, there is a U.
Thank you. And yes. And now you have all this. I think I will come here and go up here once.
Okay. These are unlimited, by the way, so are money. So if you're playing with a lot of players, they have some replacement cardboard tokens for the letters, but in any case, you're not supposed to run out of types. Are you done?
Yes.
So we fulfill orders?
Yes.
Okay. Also, when we fulfill the orders, we cannot... They are fulfilled simultaneously, so you cannot use benefits that you get from one order to fulfill another, or using the money to buy a new letter or something. Once you start fulfilling orders, they are done simultaneously, so you either have the things that you need or you don't, but yeah. I will not use this gear for this round because I don't know what kind of inks I will need next round, or maybe I will use it later. I'll see. Okay, so I have the IOU, I have a yellow ink, and then I have this above 2 and these above 2, so it's 3 guilders and 8 points. Do I have any? No, I don't have any extra points. Yeah, okay. So you take this, 8, 67. Okay, and then I have those, a gray ink, this above 2 and this above 2. That's nice to have. I never have those. You usually take all of them. So that's how you usually win.
Yes.
Yay. And how much money?
7.
And 5 points. And an order. Okay. So let's do that, and then I'll decide about the inks. Okay, if I have an A, I, and U for the next round, I am That's the better choice because of those, at least for now. And then, do I have that? Yes, I do. So I'll take this.
Okay.
Okay. And now that I have this information, I will do this gear. I can do this at this point of the game, right? Let's see. Okay, it says a gear's active sector has a reward that a player can gain at any time. And a gear can only give its reward once per round. And fulfilling orders, even preparing for the next round, is part of the round. So why not? Okay, so I'll do this and give a yellow to get a gray. The irony.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've done my orders. I've done my gears. It's you.
Okay. It's an A and a U here.
Okay.
I, O, U here.
Okay.
And O, U here.
Oh.
I don't have the inks.
How?
Yellows.
You should have swapped this with one cube here.
Yeah.
It's been very convenient.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can pay the 2 blue and 1 gray inks for the top.
Okay.
And I don't have the yellows for the rest too.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, how about the specialties?
I have 3 on this one and 4 on this one.
Nice.
This one I have on 2, but not the 4.
So that's completely off.
Yes, and here it's 4 and 3, so it's done. So
Okay, so let's take that away so that we don't get confused. And then you have how many guilders?
2, 5, 7.
Okay.
And then I have completed that one.
Yeah, that's
So
11.
11. And that
So 16
16
total.
So 41.
Okay. And also
1 there. Okay.
on a specialty.
Yes. Well, this
And I
is
think you also get 2 more points.
no. You will see what I will do.
Okay.
I will go here
Okay.
with that one.
Okay. So discard the orders.
Yes. Get the letters back, the types. For you, for me. And I will activate this one 2 times because of my...
This is activated, I guess, because you have them halfway there.
Yes, because I wanted to see the ability.
Okay.
It's done.
But the other was not.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that says get points equal to the number of the current round.
Yes, and I will do it twice.
Ooh, so that's 10 points. Okay. I see that's how that's better than
Yes.
getting the 2. Okay, nice. So done?
Yes.
Okay. Preparing for the next round.
Okay, I need to shuffle these.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Next round here, cubes. You get the first player, you give me a cube. Thank you.
And the
Remove
gears.
those. And preparing for the final round, right?
Yes.
Round 6. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I got too focused on the orders. Okay, okay, that's fair enough, fair enough. I will get this. And then, okay, but now I know that you'll take, you have these, right? Double,
No, not yet.
not yet, but I'm guessing. Do you have that?
Yes,
You do. So if you're not going for that, what are you going for?
I have guilders.
Yeah. How many points is that though? 11, and the other one is 8. No, I'll take this. I'm overthinking this.
Okay, I will take that one.
Okay.
And we need to pause a bit because I will use that ability to get an order.
Ah, okay.
Again, too many A's. Okay.
Weren't you buying one for this?
Yes.
Had another plan.
If I use this for that one, I'm gonna need an A and an I, and then yes, I don't have any options, so that one.
Okay, you can pay to reveal more cards if you want
No,
to.
no.
Okay, okay. So that's done. Inks you don't get. I will only get the free one here. And I'm good, I think. Yes, here.
Okay.
So next up, you go first.
Yes, I will take that one.
The other one is better.
I think the other one's better. Yes, my mistake. Because I will go here,
Okay.
and because I can't go above
get-
that, I
yeah.
get 3 guilders.
Yeah, that's up here. Okay, and I'll take this then, which is one here and one here. And then you don't get a gear.
No.
I will. I'm trying to remember what that is. Ah, it's points equal to the number of cubes I've put on the order action. So that's 4 points. Okay. And this is 4 points minus the letters I haven't used. Okay, in any case, I will remove this and add this here, like this. And down here you go first.
Okay, first of all, I will buy a letter, an A.
A. What is their price?
Yes. Let me put that one here and that one here. And yes, I will do that.
Anything else? Your gears?
I'm thinking I'm doing the maths because if I use that one, I need another red ink for the
And
top
you have
order.
the other one, so that's 9 points.
Yes, but if I don't do that, I can do that 2 times.
You don't have enough money to do this 2 times.
I will have the money from the orders. I can't use
That's
them.
true. No, you can use it afterwards. We just established that. Oh, that's true.
But again, it's 6 points minus the money.
That's true,
That
because
I
money
will-
give points at the end of
Yes,
the game.
and I will lose 6 points from here. So I will do that once. I will do a blue, and I need a red and a blue. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just give me a red.
If you're wondering, that's our dog walking around the living room.
And I use that one. And let me use that one now.
Okay,
Paying 6 guilders
for 6
for
points.
6 points.
Okay, so 57.
And that's it.
Okay, and what was my plan down here?
To get points, pay points.
True. Before I do that, these are for completing the orders. This is 4 points because I have 4 cubes in this action currently. So that's 4 points. Nice. I should mention that some of those gears are from the extra little packet we got because we got printing press.
Yes.
Right? It was in that box. I don't know how that worked, but some in the printing press box there were some extra little components for this game. So some of those gears, like this one, were not included in the base game of Gutenberg. But it was only a few gears.
Yes.
Nothing else. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, whatever. I did that, and from all of those, the only one worth doing is this one, to get this up here because it's 3 points difference at the end of the game. And I will also give 3, 7, 9, so 10 money to get an O.
Oh, you did that too?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm doomed.
Probably. And we fulfill the orders.
Yes. I have the letters. I have red, yellow, and 2 gray and red.
Okay.
This is on 4, I have it. This is on 4, I have it. And this is on 3.
Okay.
So I get 4 guilders. And it's 9 points and 11, 20 points.
20 points. So 77.
And an order.
Which doesn't matter anymore,
yes.
So we can skip that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's it for me.
Okay, you discard the orders technically, but it doesn't matter anymore. So I have the letters, I have the inks, I've put them aside here. And then I think I have everything. This on 2, this on 2, yes. This on 5, and this on 1, and this one on 2.
Yes.
I did very well this time around.
Mm-hmm.
That's unusual, by the way. 3, 8, 11, 12 money.
Yes, you used all the money, all the inks, nothing left.
I think it was very convenient that I was reusing my gears, which I usually don't do because I don't want to spend a cube. But it felt very flexible like that.
Yeah, I lost a couple actions doing that.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's 8 points.
Are you sure? I think it's 5.
Plus 11, 19.
9.
Plus 4, 23.
23.
Wow. Plus 2.
Okay, 25.
25. Plus 2, 27. Wow.
You took a lot of points with that.
True.
From the first round. That tile give you...
You mean from the character?
Yes, from the character. It gave you the 2 gears at the beginning.
Yeah, it's
and
strong.
You start getting points.
That was strong as well, though. I don't know.
Depending on the gears from the beginning, I didn't have any good chances.
I think the gear that you got that required you to spend money set you back.
Yes,
because
it was the first round that I lost the good gear. You took it. I had to invest more on that on the first round.
Yeah, that's true. So it was 27. That's 103.
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, I was looking up there. There are no 100 and 200 tokens or something, so we just remember that I passed the 100 point.
I don't remember anything.
Okay, and these are discarded. It doesn't matter, I guess. But we are done.
Yes.
Right? End of round 6. Fast end game scoring.
Yes.
First, we get points for the specialties that are up here where they give points. If you're on 4 and up, you get some points. And so I get 18 points from those.
That's a lot. And I get 13.
13, so that's 90. Then, for each of those cards, we get 8 points. I get 8.
8. I get 24.
Nice. So 114, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then for each 3 guilders left, we get 1 point.
I get 1.
Okay, I have 13, so I get 4.
Okay.
Yeah, based on how it went.
Yes,
I'm not
18 point
that
difference.
far.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's on over 100. I don't remember if we were going up that high on the scores either.
I'm not sure.
Me neither. But it was cool.
Yes.
Nice. That was the game. Again, it's a game that we enjoy very much playing when we want something simpler and relatively faster than the heavy games like Ark Nova or SETI, Thebai and stuff that take more than that in any case.
And we did that, we take the turns one by one. So if you are familiar with the game, you will do the scoring simultaneously. So
yeah,
it's
even
a
the
lot
gears,
faster
sometimes we just mumble what we're doing when the other person
do
is
the
thinking.
reset where when the other is thinking, it's a lot
we
faster.
gain some time like that indeed. Now we take it a bit slower, and while I do cut out some moments where when we are overthinking, and it would be unfair for you to wait 2 minutes or 3 minutes for us to decide what we're going to do. Yeah, it's overall a slower situation than just playing with...
Normally you do it in 1 hour.
Yeah, okay. That's Gutenberg. We think it's a pretty underrated game. We enjoy it very much, and we like the unique system it has with the actions. And even though we don't necessarily very much enjoy bidding, in this one I find it very pleasant. And the fact that you cannot be left without anything to do, even if you don't bid much, is fun as well.
I believe it's a good introduction to Euro-style games for beginners.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has everything on the board and everything here.
Yeah. At the beginning, I think it was burning our brain a little bit, putting everything in place and trying to figure out your chances of getting what you want later on, but that's part of the fun as well.
True.
Okay. Good game.
Good game.
We hope you enjoyed the video as well. Remember that if you are from Europe, you have a discount for playmats waiting for you in the first comment. It's from playmats.eu. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up before you go. Let us know what you think of these playthroughs, because we are starting to getting used to them and we want to do more. But if you find something pleasant or unpleasant, let us know so that we can improve. Subscribe for more videos like this, and we hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
Bye.